Okay, good day. From the previous lesson, you have learned a simple annuity, and you have been able to solve problems involving simple ordinary annuity. Before I introduce the next lesson, let us first have a recap of the past topic. Ano ba yung simple ordinary annuity? Okay? It says, simple annuity is an annuity where the payment interval is the same as the interest period. So, ibig sabihin, basta't nag-equal yung payment interval dun sa ating length of the interest compounding period, ibig sabihin nun, simple annuity siya. For example, monthly installment payment of a car with an interest rate that is compounded monthly. So, mapapansin ninyo, yung ating payment interval is monthly at yung length ng ating compounding period is also monthly. Therefore, this kind of problem will be part of the topic na simple annuity. So, ano naman yung ordinary annuity? Ang ordinary annuity is a type of annuity in which the payments are made at the end of each payment interval. So, sa makatwid, kapag magbabayad tayo ng monthly at at end of the month tayo magbabayad, siya ay tatawaging ordinary annuity. Okay. So, therefore, pag sinabi pa lang simple ordinary annuity, dalawang ibig sabihin nun. The same yung payment interval at saka interest period at ang payment time mo will be end of the month, tatawagin siyang simple ordinary annuity. Okay? So, dalawa ang basis para maging simple ordinary annuity siya. Una is according to payment interval in interest period, yung simple annuity, at yung ikalawa, according to time of payment. Okay? So, yun ang natutunan natin dun sa ating previous lesson na simple ordinary annuity. Aside from that definition, you also learn how to solve problems involving simple ordinary annuity. And today, you will learn a general annuity or specifically general ordinary annuity. Okay? And it consists of these learning outcome. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to find the future and present values of general annuities and compute the periodic payment of a general annuity and calculate the fair market value of a cash flow stream that includes an annuity. So, hatiin natin itong ating learning outcome na to sa tatlo na lesson outline. Tatlong lesson outline. First is future value of a general annuity, present value of a general annuity, and fair market value of a cash flow stream that includes an annuity. Okay, let us first recall the following terms that are necessary in learning how to compute or to calculate the present and future values of a general ordinary annuity. Ano ba yung general annuity? It is an annuity where the length of the payment interval is not the same as the length of the interest compounding period. So, yun ang general annuity. So, ibig sabihin, ito'y kakaiba, iba ito doon sa simple annuity. Kasi sa simple annuity, yung payment interval kaparehas ng length ng interest compounding period. Sa general annuity, magkaiba. Okay? For example, monthly installment payment of a house with an interest rate that is compounded annually. So, ang magbabayad ka ng monthly, pero yung interest rate is computed annually. So, magkaiba yung payment interval sa length ng interest compounding period. So, this is an example of general annuity. Another example, paying a debt semi-annually when the interest is compounded monthly. So, every 6 months ka magbabayad, pero yung interest is computed monthly or compounded monthly. So, this is a general annuity. Ano naman yung general ordinary annuity? A general annuity in which the periodic payment is made at the end of the payment interval. So, unang-una, magkaiba na yung payment interval niya at saka length ng interest compounding period. Tapos, magbabayad ka every end of the payment interval. Tatawagin natin siyang general ordinary annuity. Okay? For example, monthly installment payment of a car with an interest rate that is compounded annually. Payment is at the end of the month. So magkaiba ang payment interval dun sa length ng interest compounding period, siya ay general annuity. And then magbabayad ka every end of the month, end. So sa katapusan ng buwan, tatawagin siyang ordinary annuity. So therefore, this is an example of general annuity and ordinary annuity. Kaya tatawagin siyang general ordinary annuity. Okay? So how to calculate the future and present value of a general annuity? Okay? So we're going to use the formula F equals R, quantity 1 plus j to the n minus 1 all over j, and for the present value we have P equals R, 1 minus quantity 1 plus j to the negative n over j. This is the same as the formula for the present and future value of a simple annuity. Okay? R is the regular payment. J is the equivalent interest rate per payment interval converted from the interest rate per period, and the number of payments. So yung J natin from the simple annuity, yun yung interest per period. Dito, tatawagin natin siyang equivalent interest rate. So before I give you an example on how to solve for the present future value of a general annuity, general ordinary annuity, tuturuan ko muna kayo on how to convert the nominal rate or the annual interest rate into equivalent interest rate per payment interval. Okay? So, watch out for the next videos on how to compute for the equivalent interest rate. So, thank you.